Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to say that you look all amazing tonight. I believe that you all will agree with me that tonight is going to be an unforgettable night. I understand that some of you have traveled afar just to be here tonight, and for this, I would like to express my gratitude to you. For One World Week and One World Forum, this event represents a milestone, one which we strive to achieve. However, to say our goals are complete would be foolish, for after each journey, we must begin another. Indeed, the challenge we face in the future to build upon the foundations of the past will be immense, but I believe we can succeed. Throughout this weekend, we have explored the pathways of religion and faith. We have sought not to solve all the problems that religions face, but rather to further our understanding of the delicate differences that distinguishes them. For I have said 100 times before, only through the appreciation of these differences can we truly begin to unite and celebrate humanity. Tonight's event is a perfect way to close One World Forum's weekend conference on religion and faith. For the spiritual message of His Holiness cuts across all religions. It is one that all can identify and one that all can appreciate. The diversity of tonight's audience is a testament to that fact. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of One World Week, I would like to thank you for coming. However, I would like to express my thanks to His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar for coming tonight, because as many of you may not know, he postponed an event in India, speaking to an audience of 20,000, just to be here tonight. And for that, One World Week and One World Forum would like to say thank you very much.
Right, to start now. What topic do you think we should discuss tonight? You know, to discuss something very dear to our heart, about our faith, about ourselves, we need to be in a cordial and informal atmosphere. Do you all feel at home? Everyone feel at home right now? Why not we take just a couple of minutes and greet the person sitting next to us? Turn around, just greet the person sitting next to you. Okay. Now, did you really greet the person next to you, or did it as a formality? Come on, tell me. You see, most of the pleasantries that we exchange in everyday life, we say sorry so many times. We say thank you. But we really don't feel that. We don't feel them. Correct? If our life remains on that superficial level, hi, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, sorry. Then it's like the air hostess life. You know, when you get off the plane, the air hostess greet you saying, have a nice day. They don't mean it. The same words when it comes to you from your grandmother, your sister, your buddy, it carries some vibration. It carries. some presence. Correct? It's this presence that makes our life so juicy. See, if you are agitated inside, angry and unhappy, and you put on a smile, an intelligent man can make that out. Can't you make out when someone is just smiling and not really happy from inside? How many of you here can? We all have this gut feeling from which we can feel, no, whether something is genuine or not. Correct? Yes? Are you with me? How can we get into that level of our life, from where we relate from our heart, a heart-to-heart talk with everybody? This is what we need to ponder. Religion and faith is to lead you to that area of your heart, yourself. Not just get stuck here in the head, but to be like a child again. A baby smiles 400 times a day. An adolescent smiles only 17. An adult doesn't smile at all. Life is all about bringing joy and enthusiasm and love into manifestation. Do you agree with me? Yes, yes. So now tell me what topic you want me to speak now tonight. Come up with ideas, with topics. Young people? Happiness? Huh? Destiny? Our purpose in life? About life? Business? God. Future. Humanity. Love. Negative emotions. How much time do I have? Talk about that. Tell me, does it really matter on what we speak? You go to library, you find dozens of books on all these topics, don't you? Yeah? Does it really matter on what topic we speak tonight? What if I know nothing about any of this topic? What do we do? Are you listening to me? Today's youth's biggest problem is attention and retention. The lecturer is giving the professor is giving you a discourse, a talk. In half an hour, you take 3 coffee breaks. Every 10 minutes, your mind goes off. Isn't that true? We have this difficulty of attention. You listen to half an hour, you really grasp only 10 minutes worth of whatever substance is there. Same way, whatever we hear, we are unable to retain them. This is because we have not given service to our mind. When we take our car for servicing, we have not serviced this mind. Are you all still here? Everybody there? Are you all here? Yes. Mind functions in 4 ways. No? Listening, the perception. You listen, you see, you smell, you touch. This we call mind. And then, as I'm speaking, you are having a dialogue. You are agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. There are only 2 options. Either you are agreeing with what I'm saying or disagreeing. Correct? Do you agree with this now? You have no choice. That is intellect. It doesn't matter whether we agree or disagree. Are you aware you are agreeing or disagreeing? Do you see in your mind you say yes, yes, and say no, no. How that could be? I don't agree. The dialogue that happens within you. Are you aware of it? That is intellect. What's most important for a youth is to be aware of the dialogue he is having with himself. You will agree with me with all that which you already know. Correct? That faculty by which we agree, disagree, intellect. And then memory. Whatever you have heard, that which has created a lot of joy or pleasure in you gets stored in memory, or that which has traumatized you gets stored in memory. The most pleasant and unpleasant things get stored much easier. Correct? If you observe your memory, it's mostly revolving around something that is negative. If you are given 10 compliments and 1 insult, what would you hold on to? Ten compliments will just fly in the air. 1 insult, you will hold them solid. You'll swear on it. I'll never forget this. I'm not going to forget this. But who is at loss? Do you see what I'm saying? This tendency of the mind, of our memory, need to be changed, and that is what is spirituality. Spirituality takes the mind from clinging on to the negative to be more positive, to be more enthusiastic. And then, are you all still here? When you are happy, you feel a sense of expansion. Someone gives you a compliment. What's the feeling you get? Something in you is bloating. And someone throws an insult at you, a criticism. What happens to you? Shrink. Have you noticed this feeling? The ego. We need to be aware of this level of our existence. A little bit knowledge about the 7 layers of our self. Body, breath. Are you all breathing? Everyone? We are breathing from the time we are born till the last minute of our stay on this planet, but we seldom attend to our breath. Correct? Breath is the link between body and mind. Body, breath, mind, intellect, memory, ego. And there is something in us that is the reference point of all changes. That is the self. And if you go to the religious scriptures of the world over you will find the same thread. Everywhere they say the same thing. The self, the spirit, or the non-self, in various names, all that brings you experience in life. That's so beautiful, that's so mystical, so tangible, and so transforming in life. Okay. And this something in us which doesn't change is what love is made up of love. Like a body is made up of amino acid, protein, carbohydrate. A spirit is made up of love. Sheer love, pure love. What's happening now? You know one thing? I could never feel not at home or homesick anywhere. Wherever I go, I feel at home. With anybody in the world, I feel totally at home. And I feel it's not difficult at all. You simply have to wake up and see the whole world is part of you. I'm very happy that you all youngsters have organized this One World Forum, isn't it? Do you call it One World Forum? It is too. I think this is the future of the world. We have been dividing this world in so many segments. Race, religion, cultural differences, this and that. See, we accept music from every part of the world, don't we? We accept food and technology from every part of the world. Why not wisdom? The coming generation and you youngsters, globalize the wisdom. Every child, every person should know a little bit about all the religions of the world, all the wisdom of the world, and own them, not just tolerate. Tolerating is an old story. 50 years back, people have spoken about tolerate. You tolerate only that which you don't like. Isn't it? Now is the time to own everything as part of you. I think you have had enough talk on those, right? In the last 2 days. Spirituality. Okay, now we'll do something. Now you turn around and look at the persons next to you, behind you, and just tell them, I don't trust you. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Could you do it? Huh? Could you do it? How many of you couldn't do it? So you can't even tell somebody, I don't trust you. Just close your eyes and know that nobody around you is trusting you. The person next to you doesn't trust you. On either side, someone behind you or in front of you is not trusting you. And everybody says, I don't trust you. Yeah, open your eyes. How do you feel? Huh? Afraid? Lonely? Isolated? Horrible? Correct? How many of you didn't feel good about it? Raise your hands. Let me see. How many of you didn't feel right? How many of you felt good? Raise your hand. Some of you are not rising for both. What's wrong? Am I speaking correct English? See, we are living in a world like that. We hear that everyone telling us, I don't trust you, or we tell everybody, I don't trust you. In such a world, there is nothing but fear. All that we are left with fear, loneliness, anxiety, tension, and lack of belongingness. It's a lack of spirituality that throws a person into depression. No, the other day, someone from Japan was talking to me. This gentleman said, Guruji, there are 2 million youths in Japan who are depressed. 2 million youths. That's a big number for a small country. It's a lack of experience, spiritual experience. People run to drugs. Big problem with the youths. The lack of inner peace and contentment and abundance of love that leads one into alcoholism, suicidal tendencies on one hand, or on the other hand, you become so violent. The most aggressive and violent youth in the college or school get all the attention because pride somehow got attached itself to the violence and aggression. Do you agree with me? Huh? One who is very bossy, one who is very aggressive in the university or college gets all the attention. As you brilliant youths, you have to make this shift. You have to see that pride is with creativity, compassion, not aggression. If we can bring this change, this difference through all these seminars, we have done what we need to do to the coming generation, to the world, to your generation. Do you agree? Yes? No? Violence on one hand, on the other hand, suicide or depression are the result of lack of spirituality or lack of experience of one's own life. Correct? Now, if you have some questions, then I'll take them. Had any questions? Yeah, you can come. Is there such a thing as destiny, or do you believe in luck? I would suggest you one thing. See the past as destiny and future as free will and live in the present moment. Often we do the reverse. We think the past was free will, so we keep regretting. Oh, I should have done that. You have taken a wrong exit and you lost your way. Then you have corrected yourself. You came home, but you are regretting. Oh, I should have taken that exit. Do you see that? If we keep regretting our actions of the past, we produce toxins in our body. That creates tension. And when there is tension, you are not normal. Are you with me? The past as destiny. If you think the future is all destiny, you'll become lethargic. And you won't do anything about it. Future is all free will. And be in the present moment. That's where both of them meet. Certain things do not change in the world. That's how they are. You have to accept them. But there is a lot of things that you can make a difference. You can change them. That you have to do that. No? What do you say? Yes. Definitely there is what is called destiny. If you have been driving and you got a ticket, that is your destiny. But doing very little effort, you get a lottery, that's good luck. Life is a combination of both. Say something on anger management. Yeah. Breath is the secret, I tell you. You know who gets angry? A buffalo never gets angry. But someone who is very alert, who is very sharp, gets angry. Don't think anger is too bad. It indicates that you have a lot of potential to be compassionate. It's one energy which manifests as anger or as compassion or alertness. So if you are alert, you are more prone to anger. But when you are angry, you are not alert. When you are alert, you are not angry. It's fascinating to study our emotions and how each emotion has a corresponding part in our body which resonates with it. Love, fear and hatred, three of them are in the heart region. Grief and gratefulness in the throat. Alertness and anger near the pituitary glands. What is God? An omnipotent creator? God is love. Love is God. You know, there is a story in Upanishad I would like to tell you. A small boy comes and asks his father, "Dad, what is God like?" And the father takes him by hand, shows him, "God is like the space," he says. He says, "How?" See, everything is in the space, built in the space, they are sustained in the space. Even when they dissolve, the space remains untouched. So that which is not changing, which is all over, the basic substratum of creation is God. And says, "My dear son, that is all love," tells them. That's a beautiful, beautiful analogy. That's why when you feel love, you don't feel the body, you feel that space within you. God is love and love is God. Does smoking marijuana help to live a stress-free life? I'm so sorry, I have no experience of it, I can't. But I see those people who have been into smoking these things, I don't find joy or thrill or happiness or feel inspired to look like them. They are so dull, they are like beaten up dog, completely in a mess. So, if you are moving towards evolution, and I don't see this as anywhere taking you near evolution. Dear Guruji, why do the natural disasters seem to happen in the third world country where people are already poor? See, it is happening not just in third world country. Everywhere it happened in Mexico, or it has happened in America. Many natural disasters happen, floods come. Nature has no such distinction. Yes, in third world countries you get affected very fast because the population is huge, and relief measures are or warning or cautions are not very well equipped. Certain questions you can only wonder about. You can't make a reason out of it. Isn't it? But one thing for sure, when we exploit nature, nature shows it in calamities. We should respect nature. We should not exploit the planet. We should be environmentally conscious. In a very subtle manner, all these things affect the nature. How do you become content with yourself? Just don't worry about it. There is a technique to get depressed. Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Very easily you can get depressed. In 2 hours. Just sit and think about yourself. What about me? What about me? What about me? What about? If you have a vision, a goal in your life, what you can do to the people around you, to the world around you, to the environment you are in, that gives a goal and a direction to life, that keeps you happy and enthusiastic. Yeah? Few minutes you have to take for yourself. Take a walk when the sunset is happening, all by yourself, not going chattering. Couple of minutes of silence every day can enhance a lot of creativity in you. What is the time? Are we getting late? 10 to 9? There is only one Lord, then why do we worship Him in so many ways and so many forms? Could you please explain about the unity? Please bless us. You like donuts? Do you eat croissant? Brown bread? Chapatis? What is that? Tortillas? Samosas? They're all made up of one substance, that is wheat. But the same wheat comes to you as muffins, as donuts, as bagels, as bread. Why? We love it. Isn't it? So why not many forms? Why not many ways of worship? Otherwise, see, the nature or the spirit has not created one type of vegetable. Otherwise, God would have created just eggplants or only potatoes and eat all your life, only potatoes. No, he didn't do that. The nature has not done that. The nature created many, many types of vegetables, many, many types of flowers, fruits. That means nature loves varieties. Human beings, see how many different types of nose we all have. Everybody look different. Every thumb impression is different from other. Nature loves diversity. The spirit loves diversity. So the ancient people recognized this. They said the spirit which loves diversity must love to express himself or herself in diverse forms. So the ancient people said, you take any form, doesn't matter, as a tree, as an animal, as an elephant, as a horse, but know one thing, underneath that all is one spirit. It's the same air which moves into all our bodies, but it's one atmosphere. If there is a poison in the atmosphere, everybody will die. That shows the unity in the creation amidst diversity. So said, why not? Choose your own form, choose your own name, never mind. But the divinity is one. Okay. How to quieten the mind, achieve stillness of the mind, how to achieve the unification, harmony of the mind, soul, heart. Oh. Is it a question or an essay? Well, my answer is very short. Just relax. You know, our human body, human life is similar to an atomic structure. In an atom, the positive proton is in the center and the electron, which is negative charged, is only in the circumference. Similarly, each one of you have all the virtues that you can ever have. Everyone has virtues, but it is covered with little stress and negativity. You only have to get rid of them. And Sudarshan Kriya, breathing exercise, all this will help you to get rid of those negativity, calm the mind, relax. Then no, you are so complete. You know, you have all the virtues in the world that you can ever aspire for. Everybody has them in them. Yeah? Nobody is special. Everyone is the same and we all have all the virtues in the world. How can I serve the divine in the best way? This is a very good, beautiful question, but I won't like to take it away from you. You should keep the question with you. Because the very question will bring time to time answers to you, different ways to you. You know, an answer can be used only once, but a way can be used many times. Are you with me? Did you get it? Huh? No? You ask me a question, I give you an answer. An answer can be used only once. If you get the correct answer, why would you ask the question again? So when the question cannot raise twice with the right answer, the answer is used only. Are you with me? Okay, think about it. But a way can be used many times. Life is not a question. Don't turn life into a big question mark. You know, life is a wonder, and wonder is a way. You know, all that you need to make questions to wonder. Wow. And youthfulness dawns with wonder. Wow. Are you all wondering now? See, when we think we know it, we become cynical. But when we see that what we know is very little, we become youthful. Are you with me? Yes? Yes? I don't know. We all must acknowledge that inside us there is a beautiful I don't know. Wow. That wow creates enthusiasm, an interest to know more, to learn more, to live life the most beautiful manner. Do I have to go through all the questions? There are plenty of them. I think we'll have to stay all night here. What is spirituality? What role does spirituality play in compassion and love? Is it not enough to have imagination and empathy for others? We are made up of both body and spirit, matter and spirit. Our body, which is matter, amino acids, carbohydrate, protein. Spirit is made up of love, joy, compassion, beauty, etc., etc., all these virtues. But because of stress, because of narrow-mindedness or lack of understanding, stress creeps in the system and it overshadows all these beautiful qualities of the spirit. So that need to be removed or made aware of. Then joy, enthusiasm, beauty, all these wells up in your life. And that is what is spirituality. Spirituality is not something that makes you so serious, sad and remorse. It is that brings you so much love, enthusiasm, energy and compassion. Okay? If you can keep your smile and not make it wither away for small little things. See, just a telephone call from your boyfriend or a girlfriend or a nasty word from someone makes you lose your smile. And that continues for several days, not just 1 or 2 days. Isn't it? You have to come back immediately. You know, life is full of pleasant and unpleasant moments. But your ability to smile through them all with centeredness is what spirituality's gift for you. You know, there is a book called Celebrating Silence. If you read them, most of these things, you'll find answer in that. Huh? Why there are still wars in the world. You know war, what I say? WAR, worst act of reason. Whenever we start a war, there is a reason behind it. And it is because, take a reason and it's a worst act of reason. See, even if a small part of the world remains ignorant of the vastness of life, or ignores to respect life on the planet, world is not a safe place to be in. So we need to globalize wisdom. Every child grows up with that idea of what you are doing, your theme of one world, oneness, the one world idea. There can't be terrorism in the world. Impossible to have terrorism if every university in the world conducts seminar like yours, One World. What is that? One World Week, One World Forum. I feel this education is absolutely necessary. Sense of belongingness across cultures, across religions. See, we are going to be on this planet not too long, another 50, 60, 100 years, nothing. Life moves so fast. This short period of time, there is not enough time to love each other. Where is the time to get into conflicts? Do you agree with me? Do you all agree with me? Everybody there up. Don't go to sleep. Come on, wake up. Come on, clap. Let me hear you clapping. This is not fair. I had to ask you to clap. Once again now, on your own. One last thing I want to tell you. Inside every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. Please recognize the victim inside a culprit. There is a person who is wounded, so he commits crime. He does wrong to others. So don't push someone who has done wrong to a corner, but take him in your arms and see why he is doing wrong. Our programs in the prisons, we did, I think last 6 months ago, I even addressed here in Scotland, the Scottish prison. You could see in those eyes, behind those eyes, there is some pain, there is suffering. And we need to recognize that. Heal the victim and the culprit will disappear like the dew on summer morning. Yeah? When we make a mistake, we say, it just happened, what can I do? To err is human. Someone else does a mistake, we say, that you did it intentionally. See, intention behind others' mistake. These are simple things in life. If we put our attention on, just have to have attention. You see, life blossoms so well. Okay? Wonderful being with you all.
That distinguishes them. For I have said 100 times before, only through the appreciation of these differences can we truly begin to unite and celebrate humanity. Tonight's event is a perfect way to close One World Forum's weekend conference on religion and faith. For the spiritual message of His Holiness cuts across all religions. It is one that all can identify and one that all can appreciate. The diversity of tonight's audience is a testament to that fact. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of One World Week, I would like to thank you for coming. However, I would like to express my thanks to His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar for coming tonight, because as many of you may not know, he postponed an event in India, speaking to an audience of 20,000, just to be here tonight. And for that, One World Week and One World Forum would like to say thank you very much.
Okay. No, did you really greet the person next to you or did it as a formality? Come on, tell me. You see, most of the pleasantries that we exchange in everyday life, we say sorry so many times. We say thank you. But we really don't feel that. We don't feel them. Correct? If our life remains on that superficial level, hi, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, sorry. Then it's like the air hostess life. You know, when you get off the plane, the air hostess greet you saying, have a nice day. They don't mean it. The same words when it comes to you from your grandmother, your sister, your buddy, it carries some vibration. It carries some presence.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to say that you look all amazing tonight. I believe that you all will agree with me that tonight is going to be an unforgettable night. I understand that some of you have traveled afar just to be here tonight, and for this, I would like to express my gratitude to you. For One World Week and One World Forum, this event represents a milestone, one which we strive to achieve. However, to say our goals are complete would be foolish, for after each journey, we must begin another. Indeed, the challenge we face in the future to build upon the foundations of the past will be immense, but I believe we can succeed. Throughout this weekend, we have explored the pathways of religion and faith. We have sought not to solve all the problems that religions face, but rather to further our understanding of the delicate differences.
Correct? It's this presence that makes our life so juicy. See, if you are agitated inside, angry and unhappy, and you put on a smile, an intelligent man can make that out. Can't you make out when someone is just smiling and not really happy from inside? How many of you here can? We all have this gut feeling from which we can feel, no, whether something is genuine or not. Correct? Yes? Are you with me? How can we get into that level of our life, from where we relate from our heart, a heart-to-heart talk with everybody? This is what we need to ponder. Religion and faith is to lead you to that area of your heart, yourself. Not just get stuck here in the head, but to be like a child again. Am I to start now? What topic do you think we should discuss tonight? To discuss something very dear to our heart, about our faith, about ourselves, we need to be in a cordial and informal atmosphere. Do you all feel at home? Everyone feel at home right now? Why not we take just a couple of minutes and greet the person sitting next to us? Turn around, just greet the person sitting next to you.